This first one that we're going to get is super easy. At any point during the game, all you have to do is open up your inventory and check the email from Mia. This next one is going to be a little bit more tricky and a lot more boring. I promise this is the longest one you will have to watch during the entire video. So you'll start at this house, and I want you to make note of this blue thing right here, because we're going to have to unlock something while we watch a videotape, and then come back during the game to get it. So this is where you'll get the tape, and then we're just going to move down to the room where we'll watch it. You will have to do this for the story, so don't worry about missing anything. What you'll have to worry about missing is getting the lockpick to open that drawer. So when the tape starts, all you're going to do is walk backwards and look down, and you'll see the lockpick on the ground.
Find this guy? Give me a break, Pete. Hey, I only work with professionals.
Go ahead and pick that up, and this is where things are going to get a little bit boring. You'll have to wait for these guys to kind of break into the house before you can go in yourself. But once they do, all we're going to do is go make our way into the kitchen and unlock that drawer.
Just don't be surprised if we have to make a change. New plan. We do a walkthrough of the... Do you ever prep? What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sounds? Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck me.
Once that's done and the videotape's over, just make your way back to the kitchen and collect your coin. During the tape, there was a point where they found this switch underneath the fireplace, and then they moved on to this secret door. This is going to come after you do that for yourself, after the tape. So you'll make your way through here until you find Mia. And from that point, all you're going to do is look to your left and check this file. Now this has 2 files on it, so make sure you check the front and the back, even though it just looks like one item. Once you let Mia out, there will be this point where you need to look around and she's taken. From that point, just make your way upstairs. You'll pass this table with a telephone on it, go to the next one and open the drawer to find the map. These next 2 are going to be really close together, so you'll be captured and you'll have to escape from the dinner table. And for the first one, you're just going to make your way to the right of it, and you'll kind of see it by this cabinet. For the next one, we're going to enter the living space to the right, and you'll check the newspaper on the table. Right after the last 2 files, there will be this point where you find the hatch key and you come underneath the house. All you have to do for this coin is make your way there and look to your left. You'll see it right on the mower. From there, we're just going to move up until we enter the laundry room. And make sure you kind of take note of this area, because the next few that we're going to find are going to start from here. But the first thing that we're going to do is grab this map. It's right opposite of the item box. Now from the laundry room, we're going to pick up the next few bobbleheads. I like to do this one after the garage fight, because it just kind of saves you time from having to run back and forth. But you will have to have some type of weapon to destroy these if you're on your first playthrough. So once you find that one, you'll just go all the way to the end here. You'll pass the doors that'll open up to the main hall. That's what you'll need the item from the garage for. And you'll see it right here. And the next few that we're going to pick up are going to be directly after this. So you'll unlock it and look to your left. You'll see a bobblehead on this table. And from here, we're just going to follow this wall to open a drawer to get the next coin. Once you grab that one, just turn and face the opposite way, and that'll get us the next file. From here, we're going to make our way upstairs, where we'll get a lot more collectibles, some in-game items, and another tape if you're going for some of the other trophies. So when you come upstairs, you're going to head into the rec room if you did pick up the map. And the first 3 that we're going to get are going to be right here. So just go forward and check this file. Then look to your right to get the Mr. Everywhere and another coin. From this point, we're going to look behind the bar. So just go through here and open up this drawer for another file. Then look to the opposite side of it if you're picking up all the tapes. You'll also see this book over here that you might want to check. And now we're going to make our way to the bathroom to pick up the next coin. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just go in and check the toilet and you'll be good to go. Make sure you drain the tub while you're in there to pick up the statue. After you pick up the statue and the coin from the bathroom, you'll come down here to use it. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you put another item on the table instead of using the statue. You will get a trophy for that if you haven't done it already. And if you missed your opportunity, there's going to be a couple of other chances that you'll get during the game. So just make sure that's something that you do. But then you'll make your way into this next room and you'll see the Mr. Everywhere by this door. For the next one, we're going to enter the next room and make sure you check the ashtray by the lantern on the table. And now we're going to enter the next save area. So make sure you do this before you head into the processing area if you want to. You will get a chance to save your game, change your inventory, anything you need to do. But when you go in here, this is going to be another one of those files where you need to check both sides, because it does count as 2 even though it's just 1. So open up this drawer to find it and just check both sides. I'm going to show you guys the map for this one in case you're not following along. You'll see we're right beside that save area we were just in, but we're going to head downstairs into the processing area. I'm not going to say a lot about this one, it's super easy. All you do is go into the incinerator room and check the file above the sink. From this file, we're going to make our way into the next area where there are a ton of things to collect. So you'll pull this siding down, and the first thing that we're going to do is pick up a coin and the map. Once you get this open, look to your left by this pallet for the coin. Then look to this shelving for the map if you want to get it. And then you'll see the key here. We do need that for the game. You'll see a treasure photo over here, which you can also get. You want to get this one. The item that you get for the treasure is really good. But more importantly, we're going to make our way down the stairs so we can get the next Mr. Everywhere. So you'll see it right by this block in front of the locked door. You won't be able to get this next one until you get the scorpion key from the processing area. So from there, we're just going to go upstairs back into the rec room, and then we're going to unlock the door there. The first one that we're going to get is to the left on this vanity. Then if you look on the other side of the door, you'll open up this table to get the next one. Back in the main hall, once again, if you got all the dog heads, it'll be time to go outside. So go ahead and unlock this door. And this one's a little bit hard to find. It may be one that you missed if you're kind of going back and looking. But once you go down the stairs, look to your right. You can go through here to get the coin. And now we're just going to make our way to the trailer where there'll be a few that we can collect. So the first thing that we're going to do is get this Mr. Everywhere under the stairs. And then make your way inside the trailer. Look to your right and you'll see this one kind of to the left of the TV by the cage. And then check the wall for the next file. You want to make sure this is the one that you click on because there are a lot of things here that you can examine. And now we're going to start the old house part of the game. So this is directly from the entrance. I haven't got the burner yet or anything. So I haven't taken care of any of the nests. This is what you're going to do if you haven't done that. So you'll see this map right here. Make sure you go ahead and pick that up. But we're going to make our way to the save area so we can get our first backpack and a Mr. Everywhere. As soon as you open the door, you'll see the backpack right in front of you. And then look to your left to destroy the Mr. Everywhere. You won't be able to get this next one until you do get the burner. So you can see I'm just right back at the entrance. And I've already destroyed this one. You'll see there's a nest there. But you're going to want to destroy this one so you can go through the fireplace. Once you do, look to your left by this pallet for the Mr. Everywhere. You can kind of see where we came in there. It's really easy to walk past this one. And then for the coin, we're just going to go downstairs and look to our left and pick it up. Back in the gallery, you'll come to another one of these statue puzzle areas. And I'll kind of show you where we are on the map in case you're confused. Now, if you're further in the game and you've already used the crank to make the shortcut, you won't have to worry about this. But if you just got here, this is how you're going to access the next one. So we'll squeeze through, and then you're going to see this crow door. If you look to the right of it, you'll find the file.
Fuck!
From this point, we're going to go into the crawl space underneath the house. So you'll just go down these stairs and take a right, and you'll see it right here. You do have to come here to progress in the story. But as you're making your way through, just past this mower, you'll kind of see this pet carrier here. And if you look on the top of it, you'll see the Mr. Everywhere. I'm going to grab this next one starting from the entrance just in case you're confused. You will need the crank for this one. So we're just going to make our way outside towards the water station area. You'll go straight across here. You'll see right here where we use the crank. And then once you open this door, make sure you open this box to get the key. And then check the toilet for the coin. From the coin, we're going to go ahead and make our way back to the crow door now that we do have the key. But this time, things are going to be a little bit different, to say the least. So hopefully you went ahead and opened up that shortcut on your way to this one. If not, you'll have to go back to the gallery to get access to this area. But once you go to use the key, this will happen. And you'll have this mini boss fight. So once all that's over, you're going to climb up the ladder and use the key. Now there are going to be 4 collectibles that we're going to pick up once you have access to this area. So the first one's just going to be in this box. So make sure you open it up and then check for the file. From here we're going to start making our way through the corridor. And there will be a door right here that you can see. If you look to the right of the piano, you'll find another file. And now we're going to pick up a Mr. Everywhere and a coin. So you'll go through until you get to this area where you need 2 lanterns for the scale. But before you get there, if you look in the middle of the room, you'll see the Mr. Everywhere here. And if you look in the back corner, you can open the drawer for the coin. A lot is going to happen between the last collectible and this one. So I'm going to start from this point where the hole was, where the crow door was, where we just picked up those 4 collectibles. And from there, like, you should have already went through here, had the boss fight in the greenhouse, went ahead and picked up the arm, and once you've done all that, you'll be ready to go back to the trailer. Now, if you haven't done that, then you won't be able to get this collectible. Like, you do have to do that part. But I went this long way so I could show you where the treasure photo was there, because the treasure is going to be in the trailer, so you might as well get it all at one time. And once you come through, you'll know if you've done enough because the phone will ring. Like if it's not ringing, then there's something that you haven't done for this point in the story. But if it is, go ahead and take the call, and once it's over, you'll look in the fridge, check the head for the file. At this point, you should be done with the greenhouse and the old house and be back in the main house. Once you're here, you'll have to go down into the processing area to get the snake key. And once you have it, we're going to go upstairs. So in this first room, we're going to get a file and then enter another one to pick up a backpack and a treasure photo. So just head straight in front of you and check this globe for the file. And now we're going to go into this other room. You'll see the backpack right in front of you and the treasure photo to your left. But in this next room, there's going to be a ton of extras that you can get. So we're going to pick up some collectibles, we're going to pick up a tape, and then there's going to be some model weapons that you can also pick up if you want to enhance your game. So we're going to come in here, but instead of going to the rec room like we have been, we're going to go through this door. Make sure you check the file right here. And then on the opposite side of the room, we're going to get another file real quick. Then you're going to need to press the button on this lamp to get access to the attic. And this is where we're going to get a ton of items if you want to pick them up. I'm only going to show you the collectibles, but make sure you thoroughly search this area. So right in front of you, once you climb the ladder, you'll find the videotape. If you look directly behind you, you'll find the Mr. Everywhere. Don't forget to check the corner if you want to pick up the model weapons, and then you'll have to check the other side too for a story-related item. Now we're going to enter the testing area part of the game. So when you come in, you'll try these key codes, this will come swinging down, and it'll open up the secret part in the wall. Once all that's over, you're going to make your way through here, and make sure you watch out for bombs. Like, I know you've already had to go through a bunch to get here, but it's a theme that continues throughout this whole area, so make sure you're careful. And when you get to the room where the collectible is, it's also going to be full of bombs. Once they're cleared, all you have to do is open the drawer to get the coin. From here, we're going to make our way into the next area so we can get a Mr. Everywhere. So you'll come through, kind of go to the end where all the hay is stacked, and if you look to your left, you'll see it sitting right on top of this post. As you progress through this area, there'll be a part where you have this barn fight, and then you ride this lift up. You're going to make your way through this area until you find this body. Make sure you examine his chest for the file. And then for the coin, all you gotta do is walk directly in the opposite direction, and you'll see it on the shelf. I'm going to show you where I am on the map for this next one, but it should be pretty self-explanatory. If you did the happy birthday tape, this is going to be during that segment of the actual game. So once you come through the safe area, you can pick up the map right there. Then once you go through this door, turn around and look up behind you for the Mr. Everywhere. The next one that we're going to get is in this boathouse area, and this will be the area before you start the wrecked ship. So make sure you get this on your way because you will not be able to come back. But you'll use the crank to kind of lower these areas so you can make it through here. But before you go all the way, make sure you check the shack on your right for the Mr. Everywhere. Once you start the ship area, there's going to be all these scenes where you kind of have these flashbacks trying to remember what happened. Once you see these two guys talking here, we're going to drop down and make our way through these tunnels. Make sure you pick up the coin before you get through here. So we're just going to look to our left and head this way. Then we're going to take a right and another right. So you'll see this one here. We'll take another right here. And you'll find the coin on your left. You'll keep exploring and then you'll come to this part where she's talking to you. And you'll have to climb this ladder and then go down another one. There's going to be a point where it's a lot easier to follow. It'll just be like first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. So if you get these last two, you'll be good. But go ahead and climb this ladder and drop down into the next area. And all you have to do to find this coin is look right in front of the other ladder. And now you're finally going to be in this area where you're just on the first floor. And I'm going to start from the save room because I think that's just kind of the easiest way for you guys to find it. You'll go from there and just head straight into the other door. Make sure you look to your right to get the file on this table. Then we're going to go through this other door in the same room and we're going to pick up another file. Once you pick up the fuse, you'll open up the stairwell and you'll make your way to the third floor where you'll have to watch this tape. Now you should get a trophy here if you have watched all the other tapes to this point. But when you started, he'll be talking. When you get control of your character, just look to your left to find the file. Once the tape's over, you'll be in this room right here. And you'll see you can save it right here. You're going to want to go through that door to your right. And you'll see this case right in the corner by the elevator. Make sure you check it for another file. From this file, we're going to make our way into the elevator so we can get access to the fourth floor. Once we're there, there's going to be quite a few things that we're going to pick up. And then we're going to return to this elevator. Now that we're here on the fourth floor, we're going to go to our left and head into the stairwell. If you look on the railing, you'll find a Mr. Everywhere. From here, we're going to enter the captain's room. There's a couple of things we're going to pick up there. It's not super important. We're going to get the map, which you may or may not want. I suggest you pick it up. But you need the wrench so you can open up the elevator and get the next file. So you'll see the map right here and you'll see the wrench to the right. And from this point, we're going to go back to the elevator and open that up. I went ahead and did it for the video so you wouldn't have to watch me prying this apart, using the wrench right here to open this up and going through the motions. I wanted to try to shorten it a little bit because the video was just getting way too long. But once you're down here, you'll see where the elevator's missing a couple of pieces. There's a file right above that you need. From the elevator, we're going to go to the second floor. And there's going to be two things that you need to get in this next area. We're going to pick up a lockpick. And we're going to get the Mr. Everywhere. So if you turn to your left, you're going to go to the end of this hallway. And you'll take a right here by the security box. Climb up this ladder and look directly behind you for the Mr. Everywhere. While you're up here, make sure you check this box and get the lockpick. You will need it for a coin in the future, so make sure you get it. Starting back from the elevator, this time we're going to go to the first floor instead of the second one. You will need a corrosive for this one. All we're getting is the backpack, but you have to come down here anyways for the fuse. But all you'll do is use your corrosive here, and you'll see the backpack on your left on this bench. We're going to start from the elevator one more time, but this time we're going to head up to the third floor. If you haven't took the fuse, you can use the stairwell to get up here. I think it's easier just to get it and come back and climb the ladder myself, but that's just me. So from the elevator, you're just going to go through this door, and we'll use the lockpick that we picked up earlier for the coin. And that brings us to the last one that we're going to find on the ship. So after you fix the elevator, you'll ride it down to the bottom floor and you'll be here. You know you'll be in the right area because you're going to have to fight these two fatty enemies. You'll know they're different from the other ones because they'll be vomiting all over you like this. Once that's over, you will need a corrosive. You're just going to follow this down and use it on the security box to get the coin. Once you leave the ship, you're going to come to this area here. I thought this would be the easiest way to show you guys. I don't think you'll have any of your weapons on you at the time, but there's an item box in this room that you can use so you can destroy this Mr. Everywhere. But you'll climb this ladder, and if you look behind you, you kind of see the ladder right here. Look in the window for the Mr. Everywhere. There will be a point in the mines where you'll have to push this mine cart to progress forward. Once you do that, instead of climbing up these stairs on your right, we're going to make our way to the left. Now you may be able to go ahead and go up and look over for this bobblehead if you want to go that way, but I thought it'd be easier just to get up close with it like this. So if you look up, you'll see it right in front of these barrels. From this point, we're going to pick up the last files in the game. So once you go through these next two rooms, you will be done reading all the files, and you'll have your trophy or achievement, so congratulations. There's not a lot to say about these, so I'm just going to let it play out. And that brings us to the very last collectible of the game. And it's going to be a Mr. Everywhere. So you'll come to this area where you're fighting these fatties. It's going to be a little bit after this. I went ahead and included it so you get the map on the way. But climb up this ladder and make sure you check beside the recorder for the map. From there, look to your right here. You can destroy these boards. And for the last Mr. Everywhere, we're just going to look on the other side of the shelf and destroy it. And that's going to do it for this guide. So at this point, you should have all of the Mr. Everywheres, all the files, all the coins, all the backpacks, all the treasure photos, not the treasures, I didn't include those, and a lot of new trophies or achievements. So thank you guys so much for watching. It was good to be back, and I'll see you next time.